Members, good afternoon. Is the appointed time 2:30? Is the appointed time of the House Committee? We have a quorum. I call the meeting to order. Item 1. Members, please return to your seat and be quiet. Item 1. Confirmation of minutes of meeting. Minutes of the 5th meeting held on the 24th of February 2023. The paper has already been given to members. No members have indicated that they would like to make any changes. I ask members to endorse the minutes. Item 2. Matters arising. Report by the chairman on her meeting with the Chief Secretary for Administration. I myself and the Deputy Chairman met with the Chief Secretary on the 27th of February. The CS indicated that the 7 anti-chamber exchange sessions have yielded results. He said that he will lead relevant officials to attend the next anti-chamber exchange session between 9 o'clock and 10:30 on the 22nd of March. Well, as soon as the Secretariat has received the policies and measures and information, they will be forwarded to members immediately. The CS indicated that members have received the budget quite warmly, and he will do his best to answer questions and address concerns and explain clearly to the public about the budget. 3. Legal Service Division reports on bills and subsidiary legislation. A. 5 bills referred to the House Committee in accordance with Rule 54(4) of the Rules of Procedure. 1. Family Procedure Bill. Legal advisor, please. Thank you. You will find the Legal Service Division report on LS 10/2023. This bill seeks to reform the family procedure, and it proposes to amend and consolidate practice and procedures in family matters, to establish the Family Procedure Rules Committee for the formulation of family procedure rules. For details, please refer to paragraphs 5 to 11. And on the 2nd of August, the administration has consulted the panel on administration of justice and legal services. Members generally supported the introduction of the bill. The LSD, the division, is scrutinizing the bill. Since it relates to court-related procedures, reformation of family justice system, members are asked to form a bills committee to study the bill in detail. Thank you. Members, would you like to set up a bills committee to look into this bill? We have Eunice Yong, Holden Chow, Elizabeth Quat. Papers will be circulated to members. 2. Inland Revenue Amendment, Child Allowance and Tax Concessions Bill 2023. Legal advisor, please. Thank you. You will find the report in LS 11/2023. This bill seeks to amend the Inland Revenue Ordinance to give effect to 2 proposals in the budget. The first one is to raise child allowances in the 2023-24 year of assessment. And the second one is a one-off reduction of salaries tax, profits tax, and tax under personal assessment payable for the year of assessment 2022 to 23 by 100%, subject to a ceiling of 6,000 in each case. Members, please refer to paragraphs 3 and 4. If the bill is endorsed, it will come into operation when is passed. We have looked into this bill. We have not identified any legal and drafting difficulties. Thank you. Members, would you like to set up a bills committee? If so, please raise your hands. No. Next one. 3. Stamp Duty Amendment Bill 2023. Legal advisor, please. Thank you. You will find our report in LS 12 of 2023. This also is to give effect to proposals of the budget delivered on the 22nd of February this year. This is in relation to the reduction of ad valorem stamp duty tax on property transactions. For details, please refer to paragraph 4 of the report. If this is passed, is deemed to have come into effect from 11 a.m. on the 22nd of February 2023. That is the date when the budget was delivered. We have completed looking into the bill. We have not identified any legal and drafting difficulties. That's all for my report. Thank you, legal advisor. Members, would you like to set up a bills committee on this bill? If so, please raise your hands. Mr. Kwok Wai Keung and Mr. Dennis Leung. Anyone else? Mr. Tan Kap Yew. Papers will be circulated among members. Please note that in relation to the Inland Revenue Amendment Bill and the Stamp Duty Bill, well, we have not identified any difficulties in drafting and legal aspects. If there are no bills committee, then they will resume the second reading debate. The fourth one is Product Eco Responsibility Amendment Bill 2023. You'll find our report in LS 13/2023. This is to amend the Product Eco Responsibility Ordinance and its subsidiary legislations. Main proposals are regulation of disposable plastic tableware and other plastic products. There will be a legal framework set down. Other amendments include to refine the producer responsibility schemes for electrical and electronic equipment and containers of drinks. For details, please refer to paragraphs 4 to 12. If the bill is endorsed, the Secretary of Environment and Ecology will publish its commencement date by Gazzetto. Well, the panel on environmental affairs has been consulted on the 24th of October 2022. Members supported the introduction of the bill. We're looking into the bill. Since this proposed to provide for a statutory framework for the regulation of disposable plastic tableware and other plastic products, members may consider forming a bills committee. Thank you. Members, would you like to form a bills committee? We have Low Ai Kwok, Chen Siu Hong, Elizabeth Kwok, and Andrew Lam, Siu Ka Fai, Kwok Wai Keung, and Zhang Yan Yu, Gary Zhang. So papers will be circulated among members. Next one is Dutiable Community Amendment Bill 2023. You'll find our report in LS 14/2023. This bill seeks to give effect to proposals in the budget speech, that is to raise the rates of duty on tobacco products by about 31%. Well, actually, this has been given effect on the at 11 o'clock on the 22nd of February by the Public Revenue Protection Duty on Tobacco Order 2023. When the bill is passed, it will be deemed to have come into operation at 11 o'clock on the 22nd of February. We have looked into the bill. We have not identified any legal or drafting difficulties. Thank you. Members, would you like to set up a bills committee? If so, please raise your hands. Mr. Tony Jie, anyone else? Kwok Wai Keung and Dennis Leung. Papers will be circulated among members. 3B, 12 items of subsidiary legislation. One subsidiary legislation gazetted on the 3rd of March 2023. Paper number LS 15 of 2023. It covers 6 items of subsidiary legislation. Legal advisor, please. Thank you. The first one is LN 17. This is to give effect to proposals in the budget, that is, raise concessions of the first 2 quarters of 2023 subject to ceiling of 1,000 in each quarter. It will come into effect on the 1st of April. We have looked into this. We have not identified any difficulties. Any subcommittee to be set up? If so, please raise your hands. Not at the moment. Please continue. LN 18. This is to amend. This is the Overseas Lawyers Qualification for Admissions Fees Amendment Rules. This is to increase the fees for applications and examinations by 100%. For details, please refer to paragraph 6. We have studied this and we have not identified any legal or drafting difficulties. Members, would you like to set up a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. Now, LN 19. Thank you. This is to specify that the 3rd of July 2023 is the day when Law Amendment and Reform Miscellaneous Provision Ordinance Section 2 come into operation. This is to amend the Legal Practitioners Ordinance to stipulate that before applying for an unconditional practicing certificate, solicitors will have to complete a mandatory practice management course. In relation to this bill, that is Section 2, if you want to read more about background and further information, please refer to paragraphs 11 and 12. So that's all for LN 19. Thank you. Any members who would like to set up a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. Legal advisor, please. LN 20. This is to adjust interest payable to tax reserve certificates. For certificates issued on or after the 6th of March 2023, the interest payable will be 0.75% per annum. Thank you. Regarding LN 20, members, would you like to set up a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. The second part. Subsidiary legislation gazetted on the 10th of March 2023. It covers 6 items of subsidiary legislation. But before we do that, I'll ask the legal advisor to continue with the previous paper. There are still 2 legal notices. They are LN 21 and 22. They are regulations under the United Nations sanctions. One is in relation to Haiti, and the other one is relating to Somalia. And this is to give effect to decisions of sanctions. Under the United Nations sanctions ordinance, well, there is no need for the LegCo to scrutinize this, and LegCo cannot amend these regulations either. Would you like to set up a subcommittee to look into this? No. We now move on to those gazetted on the 10th of March. You will find the information in LS 16 of 2023, covering 6 items. For LN 23 to 28, they are in relation to the operation of offshore liquefied natural gas terminal. For the 6 legal notices, the legal effects is that floating storage and regasification unit will be subject to relevant marine legislation. Say, for example, the automatic identification system or record keeping. And the other one is in relation to the adding of 3 major fairways. In this way, well, vessels using these fairways will have to comply with relevant requirements. And in relation to gas carriers, there will be a new berthing location provided. On the 27th of March of February this year, the panel has been consulted. Panel members expressed their support, but they have also raised concerns. These will come into operation on the 5th of May this year. We have looked into these subsidiary legislation, and we have not identified any difficulties either.
Thank you, legal advisor. In relation to legal notices 23 to 28, which the legal advisor just explained to us, is there any request to set up a subcommittee to study them? Hands up if you do think so. Now, for the 10 items of sublet, the deadline for giving notice or for amending it is the 29th of March. Item 4, business for the council meeting of the 22nd of March 2023, first laying of paper on the table of the Council. Now we have report number 7/2023 of the House Committee on consideration of 5 items of subsidiary legislation and other instruments. Now the scrutiny will expire on the 22nd of March, and no members have asked to speak on those issues. B, questions. Now, for questions approved by the President, they can be found on our relevant webpage. C, government bill, first reading and second reading, debate to be adjourned. We don't have any. D, government motion. Again, we have not received any notice. E, members' motion. We have bills for the first and second reading. That is the Ninglam University Amendment Bill 2023. F, we have received 2 members' motions. Motion on strengthening and expanding the advantage of Hong Kong as the largest offshore renminbi business center. Second, motion on promoting the integration of Hong Kong people and businesses into the overall development of the Council by Mr. Chang Meng Kong. The wordings can be found on our website. Please note, Item 5, business for the Council meeting of the 29th of March 2023. 8 questions. Members allocated slots for questions. Now, their questions can be found on our website. B, government bill, first reading and second reading, debate to be adjourned. Again, we have not received any notice from the government yet. C, government motion, we have none for the time being. And D, members' motion. Dr. Hui Simon Lee will move a motion on promoting hydrogen energy business in Hong Kong, and also another motion by Mr. Jimmy Ng to fully implement our policies to attract investments and enterprises. The deadline for giving notice of amendment is the 22nd of March, Wednesday. Item 6, reports of Bills Committee and Subcommittee. Report of the Bills Committee on Occupational Safety and Occupational Health Legislation Miscellaneous Amendment Bill 2022. May I invite Mr. Michael Look, Chairman of the Bills Committee, to speak and give us a report. Mr. Michael Look. Thank you, Chair. The bill seeks to amend the Factory and Industrial Undertaking Ordinance, the Occupational Safety and Health Ordinance, and the subsidiary legislation under the 2 ordinances. They will be collectively known as the OSH legislation. The purpose is to adjust the level of fines for certain offences and to make certain offences triable as indictable offences, and to require the court to take into account the financial information of convicted persons in determining the amount of fines, and also to make related and miscellaneous amendments. The bill has met 9 times and has completed its scrutiny of the bill. Members in general support the need to increase OSH penalties to enhance their deterrent effect so as to help improve Hong Kong's OSH performance. In the course of deliberations, members expressed concern on a number of issues, and they include the reasons and justifications for raising the maximum fines of extremely serious indictable offences to $10 million, and whether it is appropriate to require the court to take into account the turnover of convicted entities in determining the amount of fines, to whether the categorization of employment-related provisions of summary offences according to seriousness and their maximum fine levels can appropriately reflect the seriousness of the offences, and also the need to extend the time bar for issuing summonses of summary offences from 6 months to 12. And lastly, the impact of the proposed amendments in the bill on liability of different duty holders. Details of the BC's deliberations can be found in the bill. After thoroughly considered the views and suggestions made by members, the administration has agreed to make amendments to the bill. Again, details of the amendments can be found in the report. The Bills Committee has no objection to these amendments and will not propose any of its own. Subject to the administration moving these amendments, the Bills Committee supports the resumption of the second reading debate on the bill. The administration has indicated intention to resume the second reading debate on the 19th of April. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Look. If members have no other comments, then the bill will resume its second reading debate on the 19th of April. The deadline for giving notice of amendment is the 6th of April, Thursday. Item 7, position on Bills Committee and subcommittees. As at the 16th of March, Thursday, we have got 5 Bills Committees in action. We have 6 subcommittees under the House Committee and 5 subcommittee under panels to study policy issues in action. On the waiting list, we have 11 subcommittees on policy issues. Item 8, any other business? We don't have any. So the meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.